Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a really long time and I just had to take a break because I was dealing with a lot of personal stuff, but I'm back now and today I'm in the mood to just get on here and talk about some good stuff. When you hate on others, it brings out an insecurity of yourself that you need to heal. Oh my gosh. So I used to own a vlog back in 2015, 2016, and I would talk about this stuff so much. It was my way of coping on how to deal with all this kind of stuff and negativity and hatred and gossip and just all that chaos that comes with. But it wasn't until then that I had to sit down and really think about it and really do some research and inner healing about what it means to hate somebody and give them that negative energy. I'm pretty sure we've all dealt with this at some point in our lives where we've had negativity or hatred from others. Growing up, I've always dealt with that in school with bullying. I always felt uncomfortable. It made me question my worth. I always just sat with myself and kind of analyzed how I was as a person. And I definitely feel that's why I am who I am today, because it took a lot of that inner healing. And so today we're going to talk about that because I feel like, at this point in our lives, me being already 33, I still deal with it. There's so many of us that still deal with it. Doesn't matter, friends, family, random people, especially online, you get all this like hate and negative comments. I always tell myself, like, I know who I am. I know exactly who I am. I know how I treat others. That's all that matters. I love to touch on this subject because I feel like a lot of people deal with it and they don't know how to cope. When people spread hate and negativity on others, they're revealing a part of themselves that they need to heal, an insecurity. And I feel like it's so much easier to hate on others than to do the work and heal themselves. So they end up projecting all that negative energy on you because it's so much easier rather than working on themselves. And I learned this the hard way because I have not dealt with the most negative energy in my entire life until these past, let's say, 6 years. I would say the nasty things this person would say about me, fat shaming, saying I gained weight and my career, and kind of just mocking who I am as a person. So I would vent to my family and kind of like let it consume me. I would just always question, like, what is their deal? I've not done anything to this particular person to have them string out all this hate on me. And it wasn't until then that I had to really step back and really analyze, like, okay, what's the background of this person? Who are they? How do they treat others? And kind of just really look at them deeply to see where all this hate was coming from. When negative people have so much that they need to heal, they project that onto others. I used to let it consume me so much to the point where I did all that healing within myself. I always vent to my dad. And so I remember him showing me this quote about termites and them being so attracted to light. It compared that to the negativity of others and how negative people are always going to be attracted to that light and trying to dim that. It really made me step back and think about it. It's like others would actually spend their time and bash others and send them all that negative energy, spreading rumors and lies just to fuel themselves in that negative energy and trying to make others look bad. I always think to myself, like, wow, if they actually took all that energy that they used to hate and send negative energy toward me, and like fix themselves and really did that inner healing, how peaceful everyone would be just living in positivity. And I remember seeing this reel the other day, and it was about passing that negative energy and starting your day out on a bad note. I remember the negative energy was this like big black ball, and this woman and this guy, they bumped into each other on the street. The lady was aggravated, and so that ball transferred to the guy. The next destination he went, he was aggravated. And so it was like passing on. And it's like, when you have that negative energy in you, it's contagious, And it really does make sense. That actually reminded me of a time when I went to the pharmacy and the pharmacist was like super irritated. I guess he was having a bad day. I don't know. But he was so rude to me. And I just remember, the way you react, the karma, and you don't know what others are going through. So kind of just try your best to be positive. And so I remember when I got it to the counter, he was just like, yes, can I help you? Like, just his tone and the way he was speaking to me. I just kept my cool and told him what I was there for, you know, kept my kindness going and tried not to let it bother me. And I remember he stopped in his tracks and he goes, wow. He goes, you are so nice, right? And he said that to me and I looked at him and I was like, I know you're probably having a bad day yourself and I get it. You know, there's so many people that come in here demanding so many things. And he was like, you know, I'm actually having a really bad morning and the customers that I've been having haven't been that nice. So I'm sorry if I'm coming off rude. And he kind of lowered his tone, the way he was speaking to me. And he was just like thanking me. And he's like, you know what? Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your kindness. And I apologize truly. Here's your medication. You know, I'm so sorry if I spoke to you in a certain way. He was just really being sorry. And it's like, you really do have to think about it. Like others may be having a bad day and like the guy, he didn't know, you know, it was just reaction and kind of just assuming that, thinking I was going to give him a hard day as well. But that exchange right there, I felt so good. Like I really felt so good internally because it's like, you can change things around with positivity. You can really change things around just by being positive to others and the way you treat others. I will always remember that day. When I think back on all the people that I've not had the best relationships with, I've realized that when you set boundaries and you take that step back, cutting people off, you really do just give them that time to do that inner healing. At the same time, you're getting your peace. The way you treat others speaks so much about your character and who you are as a person. I really had to learn this the hard way. To be honest, back then, I was this person that would let others treat me the way they wanted to, and I would just let it go. I wouldn't stand up for myself. I wouldn't speak my truth. I remember one of my cousins, she was telling me, she's like, you know, you need to have thicker skin. Don't let others treat you that way. Don't let others talk to you that way. And it was my cousin Emily. So thank you for that, Em. I really do appreciate it because I took that advice that day and I really just owned it. Now, when people show me that negativity, it's like I either cut them off, or if I feel like we could work at it and I feel like our relationship could actually be saved, I will step up and kind of just express how I feel. And if we're not meeting on that same frequency to kind of talk it out and understand one another, then that's when I feel like, okay, maybe we should actually cut that boundary up. Guys, let me say this. There is a huge difference between having grudges and setting boundaries, okay? I just really need to point that out right there because setting boundaries is protecting your peace. You are not going to allow certain people to disrespect you more than once. I'm the type where I give people chances to kind of get to know me and me to know them before actually setting those boundaries. And if our frequencies just don't match, then that's when I just step back and kind of just cut them off, you know, basically. Versus having grudges, that's like holding on to something and kind of feeding it that negative energy, not healing through whatever's happened and kind of just projecting all of that. Holding grudges is still having that negative energy in you and wishing negativity on that certain particular and not letting go of the situation, which then leads to you not being at peace. And we do not want that because we are trying to live life to its fullest and let go of whoever hurt us and just kind of forgive and understand that people have a lot to heal. I am speaking from a place of being the person that used to have the negative energy and being on the receiving end. I had to really sit and think about it. Even till this day, when I start to have like ill feelings towards a certain person, I have this thing where I analyze and I'll be like, okay, why do I feel this way towards this person? I'll think about it like, am I disliking this person because anything in particular that I'm projecting? And I'll kind of just go through that. And it's like my process of being at peace and kind of setting those boundaries. And it's like healing myself as well, to the point that I'm not the one projecting all that negative energy. Like I mentioned earlier, when people hate on others, they either have something that they want, are something that they're not. And like I said, it's so much easier to hate on others and give negative energy than to heal yourself. So I really and truly do analyze everything because I don't want to be the person sending off negative energy, because karma is real. I'm one person that has experienced karma. I've questioned myself like, oh my God, why did I do that? I know there's karma that's coming and eventually it'll come. So yeah, basically the next time you find yourself in that position where you feel like others are being negative to you, kind of just step back and think about who they are and who you are, and just know your worth. I know it's easier said than done, but when others send you that negative energy, try not to consume it, that it's taking all of your energy and just exhausting you. Always know who you are. That's how I get through all of that, is I know who I am. I know how I treat others. So I'm speaking for both ends. When you feel like you're projecting a negative energy towards someone in particular, really do just step back and think about it. Am I doing this because I'm envious, or I'm jealous, or I'm whatever, because this person's got this and that? Like, really do just step back and turn that into inspiration. If it's something that you want to be inspired and work your way towards that. Start asking questions or get advice of how you could be that too. It's definitely a positive way to go. I feel like when we all lift each other up and thrive, there's so much fulfillment and blessings and just so much that you'll see comes from that kindness. So guys, really what it comes down to is treat others the way you want to be treated. When you give positivity, when you are positivity, you receive exactly that. Positivity, blessings, fulfillment, and you're just at peace. And peace is the most valuable thing. And yeah, don't let negativity and hatred consume you, because you know who you are inside. And all it is others projecting their insecurities onto you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped you in some way. And I'm so excited for the next podcast. So thank you again for being here. Mwah. I love you guys, and thank you for supporting.